with Angela Yee. I'm here. Mano's in the building.
Good morning.
We're having a good morning already.
Yes.
We have our Senior Vice President, Nikki Sparrow, here. So Mano's on his best behavior.
I love Nikki.
He's sitting up straight.
Yeah, look. Make sure I'm...
You know what I love? I love this relationship because whenever Mano does something a little off, Nikki will be like, now Mano. And he gets right back like, you know what, you're right. Like, she's the person that can tell him.
Got a lot of respect for
the
Nikki.
Mano effect.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, we have a great show for you today because we do have Coach Gessie coming in here. And, you know, we've been talking about fibroids and black women and women in general with fibroids. And Dr. Ramoon and Dr. Tiffany Jones, who is a fertility doctor at Conceive Fertility Center in Dallas. They're all going to be joining us today just to talk about, fertility, about fibroids, all of those things that are important for us to know about and take care of, and just different ways you can make sure you handle that because at least 90% of black women will end up having fibroids at some point in their life. And so it's definitely something to discuss. And there's been some breakthrough as far as to why. So we'll be discussing all of that. But let's spread some love. Let's spread some positivity so you can feel how we feel up here. Let's shine a light. 800-292-5150 is a number. Call us up. Let us know who you want to spread some love to. It's Way Up.
I'ma shine. Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
Yeah, it's Way Up. I'm here. Mano's here.
I'm here. I'm always here.
Oh, let's shine a light. And let's shine a light on a first. All right. 3 black women have created an Olympic first in gymnastics. Rebecca Andrade, Simone Biles, and Jordan Childs. They were on the podium together for the floor exercise of the first 3 black gymnasts to share the top 3 spots in an Olympics.
Nice.
So congratulations to them. That picture...
Nice.
When I tell you, looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
By the way, a lot of people say Jordan Childs could play me in a movie. Yes. A younger.
Oh, this one here. Oh, wow.
People keep on tagging me and saying that she looked like
Your
she
life
could be
story, young Angelina.
my child, which is quite a compliment. I'm not mad at it. But anyway, shout out to all of them and the stories that they have, even to get to where they got to. So I'm just excited. I'm excited about the Olympics this year to see how much we are.
I've been watching a little bit of it.
It is amazing to watch. We need to go next year.
Why not? We should.
Who was it? Did you see the guy who is hates the Olympic Village, so he's sleeping outside on the ground? He's like a gold medalist.
Nah.
Well, at least we can stay in a hotel. And you saw Serena, what they did at the Peninsula, but we'll talk about all of that later.
I saw that. Saw that this morning.
Well, who do you guys want to spread some love to? But shout out to the ladies. Jessica, who do you want to shine a light on?
Well, I want to go ahead and shine a light on 2 people, actually. I want to shine a light on Jasmine.
Okay.
You know, I feel like she never had gotten her flowers for being, like, such a supportive friend to you.
Aww.
And there's a lot of people out there that comes off as haters. And I have to give it up to you, Jasmine. You're a good friend to Angela.
I'm going to let her know you said that. Thank you. That's beautiful. She is a really good and supportive friend. I appreciate it. You're right. There's a lot of haters.
It very much, and just makes me so happy just to see our dynamic. And the second person I want to go ahead and shine a light to is Navy. Happy belated birthday.
Okay.
And you're doing a great job, and we all see you, especially me.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to tell you, you got him up here cheesing. All right. Well, thank you, Jessica.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Well, that was Shine a Light. 800-292-5150 is a number. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie. And let's talk about Nicki Minaj and her sister, Ming. She has some issues with her sister doing interviews. We'll talk about it. It's Way Up.
Oh, she about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that yee tea. Come and get the tea.
All right. It's Way Up. I'm here. Mano's here.
I'm always here. Let's
get into some Yeetie. And by the way, Under the Radar is coming up soon, and we're going to talk about Kamala Harris and her running mate who she's chosen. So get ready for that if you haven't seen it already. But Yeetie first, I'm excited that Janet Jackson is finalizing her deal with Resorts World for her Las Vegas residency.
Nice.
I would definitely be in the bill. I saw Janet Jackson at Essence Festival twice at this point.
Yeah? I've never seen her perform.
Oh, you got to. I love me some Janet Jackson. So that's going to be, let me tell you, these Vegas residencies, amazing. They've been, it's a move.
Yeah.
All right, now Nicki Minaj, it feels like she's calling out her sister Ming for doing interviews where she talks about her. It's a hard thing to say though, because her sister is going to get asked about her. That's what's difficult.
Right.
And what people
All the
have to
time.
understand is if you decide you want to do interviews for what you have going on and you're related to somebody as famous as Nicki Minaj, there's no way people aren't going to ask you about it. Now here is what Ming Lee originally said on the We in Miami podcast.
I used to have this urge of just trying to like impress my sister. I'm not gonna lie.
So what's your current relationship with Nicki?
We was never close. She was like always like busy. She be busy and stuff like that. I be doing my too.
Yeah, so it didn't feel like it was such
Until
a
like
bad
she said
thing.
nothing crazy.
Right, and here is what Nicki Minaj had to say in response.
It's always a bad sign if or who has never been successful in your line of work is doing interviews with people in your line of work. I think y'all think talent, like you could catch it like a cold, or maybe people could pass it through the genes. You have to go and get your own. Being a mooch and a clown don't run in my DNA.
Yeah, and her sister did respond and say, "Love you, sis."
Wow. But she said that they're not close. So a lot of times siblings are not close like that. And it's like a back and forth.
Right. I mean, that's honest. Maybe she felt like I'm just being honest. Like we're not.
Maybe she really don't up with her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, hopefully they'll be able to move past this though, because they're both trying to do a thing. She's only, what is she, 18? I don't know how old
18,
she is,
19?
but she's young. And things are gonna happen, and I'm sure that's hurtful because them barbs will harass you, get at you. That's the worst part of it all. All right. And lastly, Rihanna at Crop Over Carnival in Barbados. I mean, she hasn't been there since 2019 and pandemic, 2 kids. But when I tell you, she always tears it down. She looks absolutely amazing. If you see her at Crop Over, it's kind of like shut it down. Riri, what you think?
Nice. I like this.
All right. Well, anyway, that is your Yeti. When we come back, we have About Last Night. I had a funny incident happen to me yesterday when I went to go eat, and we'll discuss what happened and how it was rectified. It's way up.
So, about last night. Here's how it went down.
Last night. It's way up with Angela.
Way
Lee.
up, way
I'm
up.
here, Mano's here.
I'm always here.
I saw you outside last night.
I'm always outside. Shout out to my man Black G's. We was shooting a video. They drove down from Rochester.
Okay.
Shout out to
The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock.
Okay.
Rochester, upstate New York.
Where'd you guys shoot the video?
We was in Brooklyn.
Oh.
Yeah.
You were in Brooklyn. Were you on the bikes?
You know what? I was gonna come back with the bikes, but I thought it was gonna start raining, so I didn't.
And the rain, by the way, there's been a lot of flooding across the nation. They're saying there's flood alerts for here today. I saw Florida was getting it really bad.
I'm about tired of these flood alerts.
I'm tired of it, right? But they did say if you have like drains to clear the drain.
That happened to me. I was out of town and my whole ground floor got flooded.
Oh, because of the drain?
Because my drain was clogged.
So for anybody out there, this actually happened on my block before too. The drain was clogged, and when it started pouring, raining, they give you advance notice. Go out there and clean that
That's a
drain.
real thing right there. That drain. I had to clean my whole drain.
All right, now, yesterday, I went to go get something to eat. After the show, I was with my friend Janae, who's a journalist, and B-Dot, who's also a journalist.
B-Dot, right, of course. Yeah.
So we went to go eat. I'm not going to say where, but when the food came out, everything was going well, and B-Dot had a fly in his salad.
Did he come in there with the fly?
That's what I thought. No, but he had already eaten some of it, and then he was like,
wow.
Yeah. So anyway, we called over the manager. They were very apologetic about the whole situation. They were like, they're going to take that off the bill. And he said, I would like for you to comp everything.
That's right.
Now, I was okay with them just taking his off. My food was fine. I was still eating. And they did bring him like a fresh salad and everything too.
Was the fly alive?
It was not alive. And they were like, this is a fresh salad. We just opened this one up. We apologize. Very apologetic. They offered us all like a round of drinks and everything as well. But he was like, no, I want the whole thing comped. And they did end up comping the whole entire thing. I saw them go in the back corner, have a whole conversation about it. The manager, the woman who served us. And
he did a good thing.
Yeah, he did, because I would never have been like, comp the whole bill.
I would have. Yeah, you did a good thing, B-Dot. Stay out of my seat. But you did a good thing.
So in that situation, what would you have done?
Same thing.
You would have said comp the whole thing.
Yeah, plus give us more, like.
And they did. They did give us a round of drinks. And they offered dessert.
Nice.
Too. So
everything
that was
comped.
all the things. Everything comped. But we didn't want dessert. But we want to know, have you guys ever been in a situation like this, and how did it go? What do you expect? Because I was okay with just taking his food off the bill, because our food was okay.
I would have sued.
All right now. Don't be no ambulance chaser.
Yeah, why not?
800-292-5150. We want to hear about your experiences, because things do end up happening, right? So how do you handle a situation like that, where there's a fly in your salad? We all know it's really hard to make sure that nothing ever gets in anything. And this was a nice place that we sat down to eat at, so I'm not going to say anything bad because I go there. 800-292-5150 is a number. What are your expectations, or have you been in this situation, and what happened? Let us know. It's Way Up.
Yeah. More Way Up with Angela Yee on now.
You know who it is. You know who it is.
Oh, it's Way Up. I'm Angela Yee. Mano's here.
I'm always here. It's crazy.
Well, listen, today we are talking about what to do if there is a bug or a fly or something in your food. This happened yesterday, and I was with Janae and B-Dot, and we were eating, and there was a fly in his salad. And we already had eaten like some of our food, and so they were going to comp just his food, but then he said, no, you're going to comp everything and then we'll be okay. And they comped everything, all of our food. Good. And I wished I had ordered more.
Right.
But they also gave us a round of drinks and everything. But I was okay with them just comping his food. I was like, well, my food's fine. But you said your expectation is everything too.
I would have wanted them to pay for my Uber.
I didn't Uber there. I was at work.
Pay for my the toll. I would have pushed.
But it's also a place I go to all the time, and I've never had an issue, and so I respect that. And they definitely were accommodating. And I also know, because I have a juice bar, a coffee shop, I know sometimes it's hard to prevent any type of.
Sometimes you got flies.
Not in food, though, but, things can happen. We want to know what you guys would do if there's a fly or a bug in your food. Patricia, what do you do?
So I would just have them comp my salad. I wouldn't have them comp the whole meal, because it wasn't like it was a fake eyelash or a nail.
Ooh, that's disgusting. That would be awful.
Well, a fly is worse.
You think? Well, half a fly is worse.
A fly is in the air. You can't control it. An open window, open space. That's different.
Yeah. It is really hard to make sure. And it could be worse. What if it was a roach? I think a roach might be worse than a fly.
That's easy. So, yeah, because then that would talk about how clean their kitchen is.
Yeah.
So she said she only getting her food cost.
She would just get the salad taken off. And
not me.
That's what I was thinking. But thank you for calling.
Of course. You guys have a good day.
You too. Hey, Sam.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. It's me and Mano, and we're wondering about if you found a fly in your food. What's the move? Has that ever happened?
Yeah. I was in the city in Mobile one night. It was me and my girl one time, and we were drinking sake, and a fly flew inside my sake.
Okay.
And, they took care of it. They took it off the bill. They gave us a little dessert or whatever. And, I get it. Like, you guys are upset because there's something in your food and everything, too. But I've worked in the industry also. I've also was a waiter when I was in college. And when you do something like that, when B-Dot did that, what he has to understand, too, he just took money out of the waiter's pocket.
I tipped the waiter $60.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did. Because I did take that into consideration.
Can I say one more thing, too? About a year or two ago, I called you before, and I told you about how me and my girl, she was doing OnlyFans, and you gave me some advice or whatever about it. I don't know if you remember this.
So you doing OnlyFans with her now?
Nah. So what happened was, I was telling Angela Yee, I was like, damn, man, I don't know how I feel about this. And Angela Yee was like, she's making money. You should just respect it, whatever. I just want to tell you, though, I'm no longer with that girl. I'm actually engaged now.
Okay.
So,
Well, good. I'm happy for you.
What's that girl page, though?
Is Emma on the...
You got engaged fast to somebody else. I just want to say.
I proposed in like 3 days after I knew her.
Oh, my gosh. Okay.
But, hey, when you know, you know.
Congratulations. Good luck to you. I'm going to put a fly in his wedding cake. Hey, Crystal.
Hello?
Crystal, what do you do if there's a fly in the food? What do you expect?
I would have expected exactly what B-Dot expected.
That's right.
That happened to me, but instead of a fly, it was baby roaches in a bread basket.
What was you at? A roach?
Oh, my gosh. Now, that's awful.
It was in Old City, Philadelphia, and we picked the bread basket up to pass it around the table. All these tiny little baby roaches was crawling from, and all they comped us was vanilla ice cream.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Y'all could have sued.
Yeah,
And that was
and
what-
now you probably check the bread everywhere you go. You're traumatized.
Everywhere I go.
That's trauma.
For the past 30 years, I'm traumatized.
She's got bread trauma. All right. Well, thank you for calling and sharing with us. Now I'm going to check the
Love
bread.
you guys.
You know, it's interesting because they're talking about the food in Olympic Village, and one of the swimmers, Adam Peaty, who just won a silver medal, said that there's literally worms in the fish that they've been eating out there.
God.
Literally worms. Oh. Well, anyway, when we come back, we have your Yeetie, and let's talk about Cardi B. We'll talk about Serena Williams, different instances where they've gone out and things have happened. Serena Williams has gotten an apology from the Peninsula in Paris at the Olympics. We'll tell you what happened. It's way up.
There's truth in the rumors. From industry shade to all the gossip. Talk to me. Angela's spilling that Yee tea.
All right, it's way up. I'm here. Mano's here.
Yep.
Mano. Let's get into some Yeetie. Now, there was a video of Cardi B getting to a heated argument outside in New York City, and the woman allegedly kicked a Tesla Cybertruck that was parked outside the building's lobby. That's when Cardi jumped into the argument and kind of really tried to stand up for what was happening. We have the audio. Here's the audio. So basically, she was saying that it's not anything crazy. She said, I don't like when people think they can bully people for no reason. So she said she was not having an argument with random people. She was just trying to defend someone. So, you know, when you see somebody do something crazy and you just jump in and you're like, yo, I saw you do that. Why are you doing that? She was just trying to defend someone. That's nice. I like that. Because, you know, in New York, a lot of times people
Sometimes you got to be a hero.
Sometimes people just mind their business. I think that's more often than not. And so she was like, leave him alone.
Sometimes you got to put that cape on.
All right. Now, Serena Williams went online and she let the Peninsula in Paris know that she was denied access to the rooftop. She said, I've been denied access to rooftop to eat in an empty restaurant of nicer places, but never with my kids. Always a first. Hashtag Olympic 2024. Now, a staffer at the restaurant said that when she came there were only 2 tables left. They had been reserved by clients of the restaurant. My colleague didn't recognize her and feels terrible, but he told her what he would have told any other client, which is to wait downstairs in the bar for a table to become available. That was absolutely nothing personal. Man, see, the problem with this is that if you're saying this is what I would have told anybody, recognizing her, what difference does that make? You know, like, why does it matter whether or not you recognized her? But they have since issued an apology. And some people are saying that it is what it is. Like, why do you think you should be treated special?
Right.
But she was saying,
this is Serena.
And they said, Dear Mrs. Williams, please accept our deepest apologies for the disappointment you encountered tonight. Unfortunately, our rooftop bar was indeed fully booked, and the only unoccupied tables you saw belonged to our gourmet restaurant, which was fully reserved. So that's what happened. But I will say that a lot of times they do make adjustments for celebrities. You see how Keith Lee always goes to restaurants and he tries to make sure they don't see who he is, so they don't try to give him special treatment. You get treated like anybody else. So I don't know what the real situation is, because she was saying it was an empty restaurant. But I will say I am going to Paris next month, and I did look at the Peninsula. And then after that happened, I was like, a wedding.
Oh, whose wedding?
Jennifer Williams.
Oh, wow.
Didn't you say you were coming too?
I wanted to come. She said I'm not invited.
Okay. And lastly, Snoop Dogg. You know how much he's getting at the Olympics?
How much?
$500,000 a day.
To do what?
Plus expenses. He's promoting the Olympics. You know, he's definitely been there as a special Olympics correspondent for NBC, getting a lot of attention. That's a nice check.
Right.
$500K a day plus expenses. And you know that weed is expensive. Because I know he's out there smoking it up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are under the radar. But today, we got to do this announcement with our Vice President, Kamala Harris, who is the presidential nominee. She has chosen who her running mate is going to be. We'll give you some information. It's way up.
I got news. This is the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
It's way up. I'm here. Mano's here.
Way up.
New Mano. And let's get to this under the radar. This is not necessarily under the radar because it's important news right now that everybody's talking about. Who is Vice President Harris going to choose as her running mate as she runs for president of the United States? Well, according to reports, she has chosen Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her VP pick. And he has a record of winning over rural conservative voters, but a lot of people don't know him.
Right.
And so it's important to look at his background. He, after high school, worked in agriculture and manufacturing. He also served in the National Guard. He also accepted a teaching position for a year with World Teach in China and can still speak some Mandarin. And then he took a job teaching and coaching in Nebraska, which is where he met his wife, who was a fellow teacher. He doesn't have a lot of drama attached to him. He definitely won't overshadow what Kamala Harris has going on. And she posted it.
Is that him?
Yeah, she posted an hour ago. I am proud to announce that I've asked Tim Walz to be my running mate. One of the things that stood out to me about Tim is how his convictions on fighting for middle-class families run deep. It's personal. He grew up in a small town in Nebraska, spending summers working on his family's farm. His father died of cancer when he was 19, and his family relied on Social Security survivor benefit checks to make ends meet. At 17, he enlisted in the National Guard, serving for 24 years. He used his GI Bill benefits to go to college and become a teacher. He served as both the football coach and the advisor of the Gay Straight Alliance. And so she said she was sharing his background because it's impressive in its own right, because you can see in no uncertain terms how it informs his record. And so she talks a lot about his protections after the Supreme Court overturned Roe versus Wade. He's also an avid hunter who passed a bill requiring universal background checks for gun purchases, but his deep commitment to his family as well. And so that is the person she chose. I saw a lot of people weighing in on who they think she should have chose, but this feels like a good pick. And they do have only a few short months to introduce him to the population and get people familiar with him.
Right.
Because I didn't know who he was.
What if she would have chose a black man?
You know, this country, whether or not people want to admit it, is still very racist and very sexist.
It's a fact.
So that would be a hard thing. We have had a black president,
right,
with President Barack Obama. A lot of people felt like that wouldn't happen. We could potentially have the first black woman president.
Black woman.
That would be a huge situation for us. But again, there's a lot of people who don't want to see that happen just based off of the color of someone's skin. Or
if she would have been like,
sex.
I'm choosing Eric Adams, how would that have looked?
Man, Brooklyn on the map. All right. Well, anyway, that is your Under the Radar. You know, we got the Way Up mix at the top of the hour. I'm speaking of Eric Adams. I just ordered my garbage bins. You know, I didn't realize that it's a wait and they don't come till September, but I ordered them. We also have Coach Gessie, Dr. Amun, and Dr. Tiffany Jones joining us. She's a fertility doctor. All these things are important for us to discuss. It's Way Up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way Up.
All right, it's Way Up. I'm Angela Yee. Mano's here.
New Mano.
Yeah.
And it's time for some UT. All right, we've been talking about the Olympics all day, so let's talk about Simone Biles. Now, she did an interview with NBC, and she talked about being in a more positive place in Paris than in previous games. And here's what she said about retiring.
You never say never. The next Olympics is on home turf, so you just never know. I'm just going to relax and see where life takes me.
That's right.
Yeah. You know, and people, because you don't want to say I'm retiring and then here you come.
And then you still play.
Right. Here you come back again. Another thing she talked about is starting a family because, you know, she's in her relationship. She's enjoying herself. Things are good. Here's what she had to say about that.
Yes, me and Jonathan always talk about kids, and he would have had them like yesterday if he could have. Obviously, we both have goals that we want to achieve before we start a family. But yes, that's definitely in our future.
You do see yourself as a mom?
Yes.
All right. So there you go. I can see that cute little gymnast baby.
Yeah.
That baby will be athletic. That baby will probably flip out of her. All right. Amanda, I waited till you got here to do this story.
Why?
All right. So according to the co-founder of YSL, Mondo, he said that Gunna did not snitch on Young Thug in this ongoing YSL RICO case. He did post on Instagram and said, I'm man enough to say I should have never spoken about the Gunna situation because technically he didn't rat. He just kind of folded under pressure and should have just stayed down with his mans till everything was over because all the originals know he ain't did nothing, wasn't even around from the beginning. And he said that somebody else actually snitched on Young Thug. And he said, so he wasn't going to do no real time regardless. I feel bad because now N-Word, who literally is a real live rat running around the city getting glorified and smiling like he just ain't send multiple N-Words to jail. I was so mad and hurt at the same time that my brother going through this ish after he turned a lot of N-Words up. So I wonder if this is going to turn the tide because he's already been selling out shows and on tour.
Listen, his artistry is even bigger. That don't have nothing to do with it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. All I do know is that his statement or whatever he did contradicts Young Thug's his what he's saying it was about. Like it contradicts his whole testimony, not his testimony, but his defense.
He said, I'm not afraid to say when I was wrong and saying Gunna is a rat was dead ass wrong, but I can't take nothing back. I just got to stand on what I said and take whatever comes with it. And he also praised Gunna for repping YSL since Young Thug's arrest with his last 2 albums, both being released through the label also. Right. So when he does make money, that money does go back into the pot.
Hey, I mean, if they happy, if they like it, we love it, right?
Whatever he said, what he said. All right, now Ice Spice is celebrating her first week numbers. She debuted at number 18 on the Billboard 200. She posted did 15K. So thank you to everyone who supported me then, and thank you to all the new supporters. Y2K World Tour been so fun that these numbers are cool and all. But B, you should have seen that Boston crowd last night. NYC tomorrow. So that's what she had posted in response to these numbers.
So did 15K, not 20.
Yeah, she said it herself, 15K. I keep seeing people saying that and then saying, oh, now she did 100,000 about different albums. I don't know what's going on with these numbers and what people are saying. But speaking of numbers, Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott, they've been trying to sell their Beverly Hills mansion, and they have dropped the price yet another $2 million now. They got the house for $13.4 million back in 2018. It hit the market again in February. They asked for about $18 million. And now they didn't get any takers, so they're asking for about $16 million. You know what's the problem in Cali right now is the taxes, because they have these mansion taxes right now. So a lot of people were trying to buy and sell homes before that kicked in, but it is pretty expensive. So I know that's not an easy thing. All right. Well, that is your Yee Tea. When we come back, we have Ask Yee. 800-292-5150 is a number. I'm here with the award-winning, advice-giving, Twix eating.
Stop saying that. Stop it.
You don't eat Twix?
I don't. Y'all got them in here. Why are you pulling them up?
How many you had? Oh, you just caught another. They just flying out at you. Why did a Twix just fall on you?
Because my man Dan is throwing Twix in the studio. This is bad. Where these Twix come from? We got to deal with them.
They came from Twix. If you were a dancer, we'd throw Twix on stage.
200 Twix in here.
That's you. All right. Wow. All right. Well, anyway, Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. And we definitely want to help you out. But in the meantime, here is our girl SZA Snooze.
Whether it's relationship or career advice, Angela's dropping facts.
You should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here, and my award-winning, advice-giving, best rapper friend, Mano, is here. And it's time for Ask Yee, 800-292-5150. This person in particular wanted to hear from you, Mano. His name is Bam. What's up, Bam?
Hey, what's going on with you, Mano?
What's up, Bam? What's happening with you, my brother?
You not going to say hi to me? These damn Mano Vaders.
He didn't call for you, though.
All right, go ahead, guys.
Sorry.
Last time I talked to you, Angela, it was back when you was with the Breakfast Club, and
you don't really want to speak now. You already spoke, basically. You already talked to us.
Fair enough.
What's up, though, bro?
Man, I just wanted to get y'all input on this new track I had sent to Daniel Greene. It's called Say Goodbye.
Okay, Daniel Greene. Right. Okay, let's check it out.
But before we do that, Bam, tell us what's been going on with your career and everything and with the music.
I'm steady doing my visuals and whatnot. I'm a cinematographer also, as well as an artist.
Okay.
Taking care of my children.
That's right.
And that's about it.
Okay. All right. Well, let's hear it.
You know I got your mind gone. When we take it to a different time zone. Got the drink and the know what I'm on. Back of the Bronco and get your mind gone. I'm a freaking nigga only come out at night. If the club don't fit, I guess I'm OJ right. Get it? But why you acting all suspicious? Like I won't eat that cause you're looking all delicious. Like la 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 la.
What'd you think, Mano?
I liked it. I don't have a problem with it, man. And let me tell you something, man. You sound like a solid dude. So the only advice I got to give to you is to continue to work, continue to take care of your business, handle your business, and be solid all the way around. keep working, keep pushing, keep doing those visuals.
He really
Just
did
keep
like
going.
it too.
Yeah,
I promise you, when we were listening to it, because we heard it ahead of time.
That's right.
He was like, okay, that's good.
I'm not mad at that.
Okay, so I'm currently putting the visual together for it right now. So I'm getting my budget ready.
How can people who are listening find you and hear it and watch your visuals?
Find me on YouTube. My IG is Junior Visuals. That's JUNEYA JR Visuals. Same as that is my other IG is Bam Junior. That's BAMJUNEYA.
All right. I hope you have a plan.
You locked in, man. So just keep doing what you're doing.
Okay,
man.
I'm be tagging you guys, man, and the visuals and whatnot that I got going on.
It's all
I would love
good.
to have a follow back from you guys also.
Okay, I'm looking at it right now. Bam Louie over everything.
Okay, Bam.
All right, we got to get these numbers up. We're going to figure this out.
Okay, thanks a lot.
All right, thank you for calling. Good luck. And Mano actually did like it,
yeah,
so maybe
keep
we'll
pushing,
I
brother.
hope I get a follow back from Mano, man, and I can just reach out to him and send him more tracks and whatnot.
Reach out to.
He's always working.
All right.
That was Ask Yee, 800-292-5150 if you couldn't get through. And when we come back, Coach Gessie, Dr. Amun, and Dr. Tiffany Jones, who is a fertility doctor, will be joining us. We're always talking about fibroids. Most recently, we did have USA Fibroid Center up here, but it's an ongoing conversation. 90% of black women will end up having fibroids at some point before they turn 50. So we want to make sure you have all the necessary information. It's Way Up.
We're about to do this. Yeah.
Yo.
More Way Up with Angela Yee on now. You know who it is. You know who it is.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. And my girl, Coach Gessie is here. Dr. Amun is back. And today we have Dr. Tiffany here. This past month, July, was just Fibroids Awareness Month. And this is a conversation I feel like we've been having for years now.
We've got to. We can't talk about it enough. So I know how y'all love to shine the light on
yes, we do.
Amazing people here. So today I brought a very special guest with me. I call her a unicorn because she is a black female reproductive endocrinologist. Like, how many of y'all are there in 12?
I like
Seriously.
I like this already.
It's serious. It's serious. And, she is incredible. But really, I wanted to talk about new research that is actually confirming, which we knew, right, holistic strategies that are effective against fibroids. And they're already in our End Fibroids program. So, first of all, I want to say that fibroids are multifactorial. People, you're not going to say, oh, fibroids only caused by one thing.
Right.
In the past, we've talked about estrogen dominance a lot. And in our book, End Fibroids, we break down key root causes, which are stress, trauma, vitamin D deficiency, obesity, inflammation, endocrine disruptors, genetics, and uterine fibroid stem cells. Those are the key ones that we identified. And each case can have a combination of those issues.
80% of black women will have a fibroid by the age of 50.
Right now, I'm talking to Dr. Tiffany Jones, a fertility doctor. Also, my girl, Coach Gessie, and Dr. Amun. Dr. Tiffany, what got you doing this work?
I'm a fertility specialist by trade, and I just love being able to help women, especially women who have been trying to achieve everything in their life, their careers, their education, and then they come upon building a family and they struggle. And so my life's work and what fulfills me is helping build those families, helping those women achieve that part of their life.
And what the new research is showing us is that anti-inflammatory protocols and vitamin D therapy can actually help women, empower them in ending their fibroid suffering. And I really wanted Dr. Tiffany to talk about this research that's out.
Because this is stuff I feel like we've discussed.
We've been discussing.
I was going to say.
But research is finally
catching up.
Yes.
It's almost like they took our kit and our protocols and said, all right, let's see if this actually works.
But not giving us the credit for it. But
and now they've seen the results of it and they've put it in their papers. So it's almost like the man has now signed off on it for us.
Now it's valid.
It's valid. Now it's valid, right.
But I think that's kind of how all research comes into play is you have something that's observational. And then you want to put it to the test because you want to make sure that it's not a placebo effect, that it's not just by circumstance, and that it really can stand the test of a trial.
I love this.
And so if you look at the makeup of black women and all of our shades and you understand how vitamin D is made, then it does make sense to look at that as a potential risk factor.
Absolutely.
Where does vitamin D come from?
So vitamin D, we make it starting in our skin and our kidneys and our liver, but the pro hormone starts from the skin. And the reason why many women of color are vitamin D deficient is because our melanin blocks it. And I'm sure there are reasons why we are made with melanin to protect us in other ways, but it can also potentially harm us in other ways as well. And so then you need to
have to
get
operate
vitamin
with that
D,
understanding.
from your diet.
So there you go. Diet,
And from supplementation.
All right, Dr. Tiffany Jones is here. Coach Gessie's here. Dr. Amun is here. We have more with them when we come back. And we're talking about fertility. We're talking about fibroids, all this valuable information that you need to know. It's way up.
Listen, yeah.
It's what y'all all been waiting for.
You're tapped in to Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up is Way Up with Angela Yee, and chances are that everybody listening right now knows somebody or has personally been affected by fibroids. Well, that's why we have Dr. Tiffany Jones here. She's a fertility doctor alongside Coach Gessie and Dr. Amun. Now, Dr. Tiffany Jones, how do you embrace holistic methods? Because doctors a lot of times aren't going to make those types of recommendations. Like you said, there have to be studies that are done so that you can make sure that you're giving the proper information. But when it comes to saying, well, you know, try this, because a lot of times the doctor isn't going to say, well, let's do a holistic method.
Yeah, I think that physicians and all my colleagues out there will testify to this, is that we have a responsibility to our patients to give data. But I always say the absence of evidence is not evidence, right? And so, you know, we have to look at the safety of things and what we know about things. And, you know, like vitamin D is not completely benign, right? And so I don't just pump my patients up with vitamin D and then they have other problems with their calcium levels. And so you have to be, if it's out of balance, because everything in life is about
to think about.
Balance. But I do think that building collaborations is very important, because there are limits to what I know. So I always say that you can try something and we can see how it works for you.
And what I like is when these things can coexist, right? Because what's also true is sometimes the holistic approach doesn't work for everyone.
That's right.
And it is necessary.
It needs, remember, we always say it's not either or.
Right. Right now I'm talking to Dr. Tiffany Jones, a fertility doctor. Also my girl Coach Gessie and Dr. Amun.
So this is why we're extremely excited about our End Fibroids program.
Okay, how can people get more information?
Yes, well, we're actually doing a 30-day special where I'm going to be with Dr. Amun and special guests. Well, we're actually going to be offering free live weekly sessions in group sessions to take you through actually walking through what green tea should you be taking. What's our program? What are we drinking and eating this week? Are we fasting the second week? You know, all of the, so that we're doing it together, because community accountability and support actually helps us win, right? So for 30 days only, we'll be doing this, and it's something that they're getting at no extra cost with the purchase of their kit. And we have a Way Up code. The code Way Up, one word, they can save 40%. Never have we done that on Way Up before.
Now we give 40% with the Way Up code.
Because look, they'll get meal plans, they'll get recipes, they'll get the support of our virtual group, exercise techniques. And, you know, because we hear people, they're saying, I want freedom from bloody sheets. We want freedom from heavy cycles. We want freedom from painful sex.
That's true. You go to sleep, you wake up, and there's blood everywhere.
Yeah, we want
your period
freedom
is
from a debilitating cramps that make me call out from work. We want freedom from infertility. We want freedom from miscarriages. We want freedom from debilitating fatigue. We want freedom from the shame of looking pregnant. Okay? We just want freedom from fibroids. And we're here to say, we got you!
And thank you guys both for always coming
through.
And
go to thedetoxnow.com.
Yep, thedetoxnow.com.
Thedetoxnow.com. Sign up, y'all. Let's do this.
No, I want to say thank you, Angelique. You always set a platform for us, and we truly appreciate that.
No, I always say it's really important work that's being done here. And I know you've helped so many people who I've personally seen. Look, Sid and I did the detox together as accountability partners.
There you go. I remember you.
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to do it again, right?
I saw her in person.
Yeah, we're going to do it again.
Girl.
You can watch that full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up with Yee. And when we come back, you guys have the last words.
Tap in. Tap in and get your voice heard.
What the word is.
Here's the last word on Way Up with Angela Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm here. My guy Mano's
Yes,
here.
I'm here. I'm always here.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's see about tomorrow.
I'm coming. I'll be here. But you gotta stop smoking them cigarettes, though.
Me, I've never. Well, no, that's a lie. I smoked when I was in like third grade. It was one day I was smoking cigarettes.
In third grade.
Yeah. That was it. After that, I was done. I didn't like it. I was a rebel.
Oh my God.
You know, people used to think smoking cigarettes look cool. It don't look cool no
right,
more.
Back in the days, not at all.
Nowadays, it's just like, ugh.
I can't do it.
But you will date a woman who smokes cigarettes.
I can't, though. I can't.
So you never have?
I have, but I never liked it. It was like against my will.
I
have, but I didn't want to do it, but
well,
sometimes I gotta do my duty. Like, you understand? And you know,
duty?
My duty.
All right. Well, thank you to our guest today, Dr. Tiffany Jones, who is a fertility doctor, and also Coach Gessie. You know her; she always helps me out, and Dr. Amun as well. And of course, you guys, this is your show, so you have the last word. And I know a lot of y'all are going to be talking about flies in the food. What would you do? All right, get to it.
I took my girl out to eat for her birthday. I get my food. Everything look good on her end. I'm thinking everything good on my end. I'm eating my food. I'm almost done. I look down at my broccoli. There's a whole bunch of little white bugs on my broccoli. I called the people over. They're like, are you sure that came from us? I'm like, where else would it come from? At first, they gave me the runaround, but they ended up popping the whole meal.
Hey, Angela Yee. This is Sade from Memphis, Tennessee. I just want to shine a light on these teachers for getting their kids back, because Lord knows my visitation hours are over.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.